Ladies and gentlemen, with me today, I got Brandon Campbell out of Pearland, Texas. Um, First thing I've got to say about his film is just he's an excellent running back. Real downhill. Best feature that I like about him is his ability to catch out of the backfield. That is something at the next level that can be an absolute threat. Everybody should know by now that I'm a big Baylor fan and I work with Baylor a lot. Treston Ebner is a great example of what this guy could be at the next level. Just a hard nosed runner and an excellent receiver out of the backfield. So, Brandon, man, what's going on with you today?
Nothing much. First, I would just like to thank all my trainers and my family for being there supporting me, and all of my coaches at my new school, Pearland High School, for just supporting me and welcoming, welcoming me with open arms, and that's really all.
That's awesome. I'm glad you brought that up, man. That's great that you bring your family into it and bring your trainers into it. So you mentioned trainers. So what are you doing this off season? Who are you working with?
I'm gonna be working with my running back coach, Trey Nelson. I work with him. I've been working with him for about 4 or 5 months now. Me and him are really gonna hit it hard this summer. I'm gonna be working with my receiver coach, Margin Hooks. He's out of Dallas. He's trained a lot of good guys, and I just really want to have that aspect of my game coming out the backfield, running routes like a receiver, but doing it from a running back standpoint.
You definitely do that. Like I said, your receiving game as a running back is it's up there. And doing all this as a sophomore, let's not forget you're a 2021 class. You're not even graduating in this next class. You've got a whole another 2 years to improve your game. And the one thing that really stood out to me that got me just looking at you for the next level is your spark score that you posted at the opening, 126. I believe it was second overall.
Yes, sir. I have the number one 2021 score in the country right now, and I have in the country overall. I want to say I have the eighth highest overall for all classes.
That's crazy. That's an insane score to put up, and you put it up as a sophomore. I mean, that's just nuts to look at. But I mentioned the opening and your score. Can you take me back to a couple weeks ago? What the opening was like?
The opening, it was a great experience. I learned a lot from other players, a lot of the staff that was there working it, just from running the 40, like how to run it, the shuttle, the vertical, the power ball, just to all the drills and how they translate to a real game. And I feel like I could bring that into my game during the spring and work on it this summer to get me ready for the 2019 season for my new high school.
Yeah, that's awesome. What other camps are you looking at attending coming up this summer?
I'm definitely going to visit the schools that I have already offered me that I haven't been able to get to. Like, I'm definitely planning on going out to UAB. Probably, I'm going to go to Houston. I'm looking to try to get out to Illinois State, and just really I'm trying to get out to some of those who offered me to show show that I'm appreciative of them offering me and them having confidence in me to play at the next level.
Yeah, Illinois State has an insane eye for talent. They're some of the guys that I actually really look at when they offer. I check out a lot of their recruits, and if they offer, chances are kid's probably gonna be a stud coming up in the next few years if he isn't already. And you definitely fit that mold. I know you have a Houston offer. Dana's down there now. That's going to be a completely revamped and high-tuned offense. He does some great things. It did a lot of great things at West Virginia. Can't wait to see what he does there. And UAB, a lot of people are talking about them being the next UCF. Just a non-power five school that can do no wrong right now, and it's crazy they didn't even have a program a few years ago and they're doing all these insane things, coming back from the horrible thing of them getting rid of the football program and now being on the top of pretty much everything in Conference USA. I think that's what they're in.
Yes,
um,
sir.
so it's just awesome to see things that they're doing, and I'm really glad that they've taken notice of somebody like you, and gone out there and done everything else. Now, some of the other schools that have been in contact with you, I believe, you were at the Texas spring game and as well as A&M.
I wasn't at A&M's spring game, but I was out there one of their spring practices. But I went to one of UTSA's scrimmages. I went to Houston spring game and University of Texas spring game.
Can you tell me about some of those?
The University of Texas spring game, it was a good experience. Their crowd is amazing. Their whole atmosphere. Um, I, I'm starting to try to build a relationship with the staff up there. Trying to talk to Coach Stan Drayton, and trying to talk to. I'm starting to talk to Coach Herman a little bit more, and they're a great program, and I like being up there, learning from watching their backs. They use their backs in a bunch of different ways, and I was impressed. And with UTSA, same deal with them. They had their practice. They had a scrimmage. It was really upbeat, and I think the style of their offense was really nice, and I like the way they ran their offense and used their running backs as well. They let them show their diversity, coming out the backfield, catching, running, even blocking. So, and even with University of Houston, I like the way Coach Dana's coming over there, and he knows what he wants to do, and all the running backs are seeming to pick up on it very quick, and they all seem like they're getting acclimated to it, and they like it. From when I've talked to some of the running backs up there, they like it what they got going on with the new running back coach as well, Coach Juice.
Yeah, I mean, Houston's always a contender no matter who they have there. They've been like that, geez, all the way back since when Art Briles was there. Houston's no slouch of a school at all. Um, how was the A&M trip?
A&M was fun. I went up there with my 7-on-7 team, the Houston Defenders. It was fun. I talked to Coach Price, Coach Terry Price, and we really just watched. And I was just trying to learn from what the running backs were doing, and just trying to pick up on their practice habits. Trying to pick up the little things from them, the nuances of the game that I don't quite have yet, but I look to add to my game.
All right, do you have any other visits that are planned going into the future?
I'm probably going to head out southeast this summer and um, visit some of the schools that have some interest in me, like Florida, Clemson, Tulane. Most people don't know I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, so I'm familiar with that part, and I'm probably going to go visit Georgia as well, and just a lot of the schools out east. I'm going to run through Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, all those schools, South Carolina, Tennessee. I'll be out there.
Those are some high profile schools that you listed off that I had no idea were interested in you. So I'm guessing that you have had contact with pretty much all of those schools, is that correct?
Yes, I've had contact with a lot of those schools, and even more like Arkansas, Memphis, um, Texas A&M, of course, University of Texas, Texas Tech, Northwestern, California, Berkeley, and Notre Dame.
Man, those are some top tier programs that have been talking to you. That's crazy. You were right on the cusp of just absolutely blowing up. As soon as one of those teams offer, I feel like all of those guys are going to start offering to try and get in good with you and get you on their team. Uh, Man, you've done it all pretty much. What camps do you have coming up? Do you have any other camp? I know you did the opening and we talked about that. But do you have any school-specific camps or anything like that coming up?
Actually, the next camp I'm thinking about I'm hoping I can get into is as long as my Spark score from the Nike regionals hold up, and I still have the highest 2021 score in the country. I'll be going to the Nike opening finals in Dallas, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm because I actually when I before the regionals, I just came off a groin injury, so I feel like I could score better than what I scored.
That is crazy. You were injured and posted those numbers and scores. That's insane. I can't wait to see what you're going to do when you get up to the finals up there. Man, that's nuts. I had no idea that you had an injury on posted that. That makes your 126, which is already an insane score, even more insane. so
Yes, sir.
so out of all the people that have talked to you, is there anybody that's kind of standing out a little bit more right now? I know it's real early in your recruiting, but is there anybody that's kind of standing out right now?
Like you said, it's really early, and really, really no school stands out. It's just like the style of play that stands out to me because I'm looking for a style of play, and I'm looking for a style of play that's gonna that I can contribute to, and that I can just see myself fitting in, and um, that's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking not. I don't really have no favorites right now. I just want to see and let the process play itself out, and I'm just gonna take it day by day and let it all come and talk to my family, my coaching staff, and my team about everything that's going on, and we'll see what happens after that.
Man, that's great. I absolutely love that you include your family in it so much. That's awesome. Um, One thing I want to end it on this. If you could play for any school, doesn't matter if they talk to you or anything like that, you could be your favorite school that you love to watch, hometown hero if it's Houston, go back home if it's Georgia, anything like that. Who's the favorite school that you would love to play for right now?
The favorite school I would like to play for is the Pearland Oilers. Nothing better than that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yes,
great.
sir.
I'm sure they loved hearing that too.
Yeah, my team, they've been great. They've welcomed me with open arms, and I appreciate everybody on Pearland Oiler team, from my coaches and to the players. They've all been great to me.
That's awesome, man. Brandon, it has been awesome talking with you. I can't wait to keep up with you for the next 2 years and see what you do. I'm definitely going to keep in touch with you, especially when you're doing the opening finals. Man, it has been awesome talking to you. I can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. You take it easy.
Yes, sir.